So, I created a game using Unreal Engine in less than 3 days with zero prior experience. Let's say it was kind of exciting. Day 1. Lately, I've been wanting to create my very own game from scratch after seeing the new Unreal Engine updates. So I finally decided to take the extreme step of creating a game using Unreal Engine 5. There was one problem though. I'm lazy and I did not want to spend multiple hours going through tutorials that were 10 hours long on free code camp for instance. So I decided to challenge myself and create the game in 3 days, no matter how small the game was or how buggy it was. I mean, even huge AAA game companies don't care about bugs, then why should I? Before I start developing, I actually needed an idea of what I wanted to do. My idea was to create a horror escape room kind of game with the player holding a flashlight kind of vibe. Know what I mean? I knew this would be a challenge, so I decided to use as many shortcuts as possible to hack together a game. Luckily, the internet has a ton of pre-made assets and tools, which was a lifesaver for a complete beginner like me. I mean, why reinvent the wheel when you can just grab a perfectly good flashlight from Sketchfab, right? So, day 1 was all about setting up the environment. I wanted this creepy, backrooms kind of vibe, but since I'm no architect, I dragged in a couple of cubes and stretched and threw them together. I mean, it's supposed to be dark, right? So no one's going to notice if the walls aren't perfectly straight. By the end of day 1, I had my player character moving, a flashlight that actually worked, and some creepy, echoey background music that made me want to turn my own lights on. Not bad for day 1, right? Day 2. Now this is where things started getting fun. I had to make the actual escape room part. How hard could it be to add some doors and locks? Spoiler alert, it's hard. I spent hours just trying to figure out how to get the door to open when you collect the right key. It's like the door was personally offended by me. But after a lot of trial, error and a healthy amount of googling, I finally got it. The door opened. It was a glorious moment. Until I realized there were hundreds of errors when I did that. But hey, at least progress is progress, lol. On the final day, it was time to add the horror elements. I decided to go with the classic something's watching you but you can't quite see it vibe. You know, the kind that makes you constantly look over your shoulder IRL. So I threw in some ominous sounds, flickering lights, and a cardboard box man who wants to chase you down, and boom, instant horror. At this point, the game was basically a bunch of doors, a key, some creepy sounds, and a flashlight. But let me tell you, when I turned off the lights and played it at 2 AM, it was genuinely horrifying. Mission accomplished. I had officially created my first game in UE5 in 3 days with no prior experience. Sure, it's far from perfect, but honestly, it was a wild ride and I'm pretty proud of how it turned out. If you want to try it yourself or just laugh at my game dev struggles, I'll leave a link below. And if you're new to Unreal like I was, trust me, you can do it. Just dive in, have fun, and don't worry too much about bugs or perfection. If I can pull it off, so can you. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next video, hopefully with fewer bugs. Peace.